Good news for New Zealand. With the recovery of the last case, it seems that New Zealand has eradicated the pandemic. New Zealand appears to have completely eliminated the pandemic from their shores, at least for now, after health officials stated on Monday that the last known infected person has fully recovered. The announcement was greeted with joy around the country of New Zealand, and this means that the nation of 5 million people will be among the first to welcome throngs of fans back into sports stadiums, embrace crowded concerts, and remove any seating restrictions from their flights. It was reported that it has been 17 days since the last new case was reported. Also, during that 17 days, an additional 40,000 people were tested, which brought the total number of persons tested to about 300,000. Monday marked a pivotal moment since the pandemic has been in the country. It was the first time since late February there have been no active cases, and the country of New Zealand is very proud of this. The Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, stated that she was confident that New Zealand had put a stop to the spread of the pandemic and that they should be prepared for more cases arising in the country. She mentioned that while it seems that the transmission has been eliminated in New Zealand for the time being, elimination is not a point in time, but it requires a sustained effort and continued work. She also stated that they will certainly see cases in New Zealand again, but they are not viewing this as a sign of failure. However, it is the reality of the situation in regards to the pandemic. It should also be noted that when reoccurrences happen, the New Zealand nation will be prepared to tackle any eventualities. The Prime Minister believes that more cases are likely to arise through importation when persons enter the country for vacation or just return to their island home. At the moment, the New Zealand border remains closed to all except for citizens and residents of the country. There are also some limited exceptions enforced. It should be noted that all persons who enter the country has to go into quarantine. New Zealand has achieved what many countries have failed to do. They started reporting decline in the number of cases in April. They also reported less cases in April. Whilst New Zealand is a very small island country with a population of just under 5 million, by April it was halfway through a month-long lockdown aimed at not only containing the pandemic, but also they worked on eliminating the pandemic totally from the country. Their approach has reaped many successes. They have turned a major corner, and they continue to work on improving their efforts towards eliminating the issues from the country. It should be noted that throughout earlier this year, during the period of the health issues, they would have tightened their border restrictions. They would have ensured that all persons who arrived in the country spend 2 weeks in quarantine at approved facilities, even their own citizens. and inclusive of foreign nationals who were banned from entering the country in March. They have made their decision that they will stand together and they would protect each other so as to save lives. The country of New Zealand had two advantages over other countries: geography and time. First, the first advantage is that this island is far away from most countries and has fewer flights coming into the country than many other countries. Also, it should be noted that being an island, it means that New Zealand has a distinct advantage in their ability to eradicate the pandemic from their shores. The country of New Zealand and their leaders and health officials must be commended for their use of excellent scientific methods and world-class leadership strategies to combat the pandemic. Also, they carried out widespread testing across the country. As the country of New Zealand has limited resources in comparison to other first world countries in North America and Europe, they have used the knowledge that they have and the access to knowledge to combat the situation and eradicate the health issues. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.